Assuming everything is in order, we'll put out a radio call to rally any other survivors along the coast. Not currently. USNS Harper should have been stocked with everything we need to restore the radio. I couldn't agree more. Oh? Excellent. I've been looking through archives. Colonel Whitehill has updated me on the Enclave's situation. Things are far more dire than I anticipated. That said, we must focus on our current objective first and foremost. As I said, kill them. If you truly believe they can be of use to us as menial workers, then so be it. Let them live for now. But know that any incidents are on your head, Colonel. More ghouls? Eliminate them immediately. They can talk now, but how do we know they won't lose their minds overnight? We've seen what they're capable of. And given how well you conducted yourself with returning the USNS Harper, I wanted to give you an additional reward. We found this while you were away. It seems to be a prototype of an upgraded laser rifle. We found accompanying schematics, and you can keep it. Your actions were extremely reckless. That you would risk our entire operation. I will not tolerate any further lapses of judgment from you. At least we have the supplies and can proceed with the plan. What? How dare you try and take me for a fool? What were you doing with that ship? Maybe you should have ensured everything was working correctly before sending Fitzpatrick back. But we appreciate your work nonetheless. You expect me to believe that some technical issues resulted in you abandoning the area for so long? Good. I've recorded orders to be broadcast on the radio on a holotape. I want you to insert it into the comms equipment and then return. Excuse me? Do not attempt to change the subject. This is about you and your blatant disregard for mission protocol. Lieutenant Fitzpatrick, are you able to repair the radio equipment? Great work bringing the USNS Harper back. Do you have anything to report? And where exactly have you been? Those creatures aren't like us. They're mutated horrors. When you picture our beloved country, do you envision those things roaming around? I do not. I want to recognize the service you've done for the Enclave thus far by formally inducting you as a second lieutenant. While I acknowledge this is an unconventional appointment, we find ourselves in unusual circumstances, and you have proven your capability to us. When you need to return to Boston, feel free to use the vertibird at the hangars. You should now speak to Colonel Whitehill for your next assignment. Dismissed, Lieutenant. About these ghouls. As I was saying, let it be known by all that the Enclave are back, and nothing will stop us in our pursuit to restore our country. You did what? You're telling me that you opted to commandeer the USNS Harper in order to rescue mutants that were aboard? These actions go against everything we stand for. It's clear we cannot trust you any longer, and as such, you leave me no choice. You've made it abundantly clear that you lack the discipline required to follow orders. We can no longer trust you, and you leave me no choice. She did, Senator. Regarding the oil rig, I'm requesting reinforcements. They're urgently needed to properly repair and staff the facility. 125.11, High Command, do you copy? 117.89, High Command, do you copy? I see. In any case, our current priority is to ensure the oil rig is safe, structurally and defensively. Myers, coordinate with the other technicians to audit the oil rig's integrity and repair urgent faults you may find. Everyone else, continue to ensure the oil rig's safety. I will let you know when I have further orders. Dismissed. General Russell Ward, Department of the Army. I'm in process of reactivating the Atlantic oil rig, and I must speak to the Joint Chiefs of Staff. 122.37. High Command, do you copy? Yes, there are. Colonel Whitehill told me. A great loss, yes. But there are multiple fallback locations I can still attempt to make contact with. Colonel, you know Senator Matthews. With their support, we'll be able to restore the oil rig to its full potential and return to our primary goal. We'll see. Damn it. Conduct a cross-reference with Enclave personnel transferred to Vault 111 in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. There were meant to be. but due to Vault-Tec's gross incompetence, only 4 of us made it out. Until the long-range transmitter is operational and I contact High Command, we're limited on manpower. Brings me to your first order. I need you to repair that transmitter. And you, Myers. As you can see, there's a lot of work to be done here.
This is a mandatory service bulletin to all former and serving personnel of the United States government and the United States Armed Forces. Under immediate effect, you are all to regroup in Sector Omega-75 for reassignment. Those who disregard this order will be deemed deserters and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. General Russell Ward, signing off. And we are working tirelessly to restore our once great nation to its former glory. So-called organizations such as the Brotherhood of Steel thrive on the lawlessness and disorder that has plagued our land for too long. But the Enclave is here, and we have a vision for the future of this country. A better America, reminiscent of those old days, the good old days. To all loyal citizens of the Commonwealth, the Enclave is looking for skilled recruits to join our campaign. We did not need to worry about the safety of our children. There were no raiders or foul mutant creatures threatening our hopes of survival. I am speaking to you now to assure all the good people of our country that we are here. Many would have you believe that our past actions have been in bad faith, though that could not be further from the truth. A place where you have to fight for your next meal. This isn't the America I knew. This is General Ward, and I'm going to tell you about something a little more personal. We are here to help you. This has been General Ward of the Enclave. Citizens of the Commonwealth, this is General Ward of the Enclave. I remember the time before the bombs fell. Those were days of peace and prosperity in our great America. We never had to fear stepping outside. This is an address to those amongst you that may not know of the Enclave. Children and family pets playing in the grass, and what do you have now? A wasteland crawling with terrible creatures, poisoned with radiation. If you think you have what it takes, make yourself known to one of our patrols and help us bring justice back to our country. These outlaws intentionally tarnish our good name, that the peace and order that we strive to achieve will be an end to their anarchic ways. This is General Ward, signing off. Me and a number of my men were preserved within a government section of the vault at the onset of the Great War. Rid of all the disorder, the uncertainty that has plagued this land for so many years. Help us to help you, and together we can bring back what we lost. Some of you may have heard of Vault 111, a cryogenics facility to the northwest of Boston. We only accept the best of the best, with a flawless medical record and excellent physical well-being. Now is the time to bring those days back. I remember visiting beautiful green parks with my family on lovely warm days. Here, I will be. Thank you for your concern. This is time critical, Captain. Good work dealing with that abomination, Captain. While I know that wasn't my Vanessa, it's still a difficult thought to bear. This is good information, Captain. Very good information. Anyway, it's time to move on. Captain, any updates on your mission? It is not ideal that you've made enemies of the Institute, but at least we have everything we need from them. I'm disappointed you failed the mission, Captain. We'll have to get to work on a contingency plan. Myers tells me you haven't given him that holotape yet. Before we continue, I need you to get that to him. Please continue, Senator. One last thing. That changes now. It is time we make our presence known to the Commonwealth. There is no time to waste, Captain. You'd better get back to it. Go to Macris, Captain. If Vanessa's there, you know what to do. Captain, I see you made it in one piece. How is the operation going? How is the mission proceeding? Equip yourself well. No doubt the Brotherhood will put up fierce resistance. Well, what did you recover from the Institute? As I was saying. Pay attention, Captain. Ready for your next mission? Before you go, Captain. Captain, is it true that you have access to the Institute? Captain, I've seen reports that you acquired a holotape with Institute data on it. I need you to hand it to Myers before we go any further. That holotape could be the key to finding Vanessa. Captain, you need to track down the cursor. So, she's currently at Macra's fish packing. Well, you have your orders, Captain. Go there and kill her along with the rest of this Fury company. Interesting. I'll hand these to Myers later, but a visit to Mass Fusion may be on the cards soon. Good work. This information is invaluable. I'll take that list off your hands. Thank you, Captain. Congratulations, Major. And so, you are hereby promoted to the rank of Major. I'm also authorizing a suit of power armor for you. We have the troops. We have the equipment. We have the ambition. Now we send a message. I want you to join Captain Peterson and his squad in securing it for the Enclave. Colonel Whitehill, Senator Matthews, and I are all in agreement. Aside from your recent blunder, you continue to do good work. Colonel Whitehill, Senator Matthews, and I are in agreement. You have been an exemplary soldier thus far. You will rendezvous with Captain Peterson close to the North Boston Police Department. Once there, you and a squad of soldiers will assault the Brotherhood of Steel forces deployed at that location, so that we may use it going forward. Yes, it does. This is the first step towards that goal. In fact, please take this. I'm sure it will serve you well. That is unfortunate. A mole on the inside would have been invaluable. No matter. Get that holotape to Chief Engineer Myers. Then report back to me for further orders. I am disappointed you did not think to give it to us of your own accord, to say the least. A shame. I fear we've missed out on a valuable opportunity. Good work getting that holotape to Myers. Our agents report that you've come into the possession of a holotape filled with valuable data on the Institute. You need to get that Institute holotape to Myers before we go any further. I need you to go to North Boston Police Department and rendezvous with Captain Peterson. You'll find a vertibird prepared for your journey to Mass Fusion. Go get that beryllium agitator, Major. Do not let me down. Of course it matters. She's a security risk and needs to be terminated for her crimes. Did you not hear a word I said, Major? Time is a luxury we do not have. I see you have that hypersonic vaporizer. I'll take it off your hands. I have time-sensitive orders for you. Now, Chief Engineer Myers believes he has a solution to our power issues. Pilot, it's time to go. One step closer. We need this to work, Myers. She and Myers have been designing the system that will release the final compound into the atmosphere, and they've identified a component they need. Then you'd better hurry up. At ease. Good job, both of you. Dismissed. Good initiative, Major. A traitor's death. Now, finally, we can continue uninterrupted. Then hurry up and execute her. If she gets away, it's on your head. I see. In which case, I order you to go there and carry out her execution. Do not return until it is done. That is very concerning. I'll have to send out a squad to hunt her down. Should you ever see her, you are authorized to shoot to kill. Regardless, we can now continue our work uninterrupted. What? That snake! I knew she couldn't be trusted. Traitors like her are what keep derailing the Enclave's goals. Major, I did not dismiss you. Get back here now. That is not your concern. Suffice to say, I have important matters to discuss with her, and her sudden departure is surprising to me. Major, have you seen Colonel Whitehill? I was told she headed to the mainland, and I need to speak to her. Now you sound like the Colonel. These orders come straight from the office of the President, and frankly, I agree with them. It's the only way to ensure our survival, the survival of the human race. I'm certain of it. We'll have a permanent detachment of troops here going forward. It'll serve as an excellent staging point for future operations. Well, as you know, Dr. Kane's priority has been to get the FEV into a workable state. Just that. When Dr. Kane has finished her work, the resulting FEV will eject from the oil rig lab as a fine mist. A similar plan was attempted many years ago, but was foiled through no fault of its own due to local meddling. Unfortunately, that FEV Curling 13 variant is long gone. Dr. Kane is having to reverse engineer it from a sample that is far removed from it. If you want more information, I'm sure she'll be happy to share. You are authorized to know. Go to Hallucigen to recover a hypersonic vaporizer, which Dr. Kane needs in order to release the FEV when the time comes. For mutants, yes, I would imagine so. We will be fine, I assure you. They know they are vulnerable, and preparations are underway to remove them from Boston entirely. I admire your enthusiasm. You will be involved when the time comes, I assure you. Once you have it, return to the oil rig and hand it over to Dr. Kane for inspection. Now, I need you to go to the Hallucigen facility in downtown Boston to recover a hypersonic vaporizer. All right, Major. We've sent a clear message to the Brotherhood of Steel. I need you to pay attention here, Major. Ready for your mission? There's more work to be done before we're ready to do that, but we'll get there. Soon. Where is she now? In both that dossier and holotape you recovered from the Institute, he found mention of a beryllium agitator in the mass fusion building. He cracked the holotape you recovered from the Institute, and found mention of a beryllium agitator in the mass fusion building. Fine. If you see her, tell her to report to me at once. From what he tells me, he can use that device to significantly boost the output of one of our reactors. Well, quite simply, she spent too much time in the wasteland. I suspected she may have lost sight of our goals, and this confirms it. She didn't have America's best interests at heart, and now she will pay. She's stripped of her rank. A warrant for her arrest is now in effect, and she will summarily be executed for conspiring against the Enclave. The problem is the Institute need it for much the same reason, and I have no doubt they are preparing to retrieve it ASAP. We must beat them to it. Yes, engaging them is inevitable. If they're already there, you'll need to neutralize them. If they're not, they will attack us for the agitator. Avoiding hostilities with them is no longer a concern. They stand in the way of our mission, and for that they will die. What's Colonel Whitehill's status, Major? Where were we? I trust you recovered the beryllium agitator? You should hand it to Chief Engineer Myers. Singling out Creature's lungs. Smart. Dr. Kane told me she had a demonstration prepared for me. Why don't you come along? Meet me in the labs. Who's behind the attack? This is no time for indecisiveness. Trust in the plan, Major. After all, it's thanks to you that we got us this far. Watch your tone, Major. You're speaking to your superior, and you would do well to remember that. The Super Soldier Project. It must not have been easy stabilizing that initial FEV sample. Impressive, Doctor. Major, I want you to join the troops. Fend off the Brotherhood. That's an order. There is something that I must make clear to you, Major, in case you are not already aware. Yes, we have made enemies, and we will continue to make more. Quite simply, you're either with us or you're against us. Many will stand in our way, and they will all fall. Prepare the birds and muster the troops. We need to hold the Army depot at all costs. Why don't you do the honors, Major? You were instrumental in getting this far. Of course, Dr. Kane. Permission is hereby granted. Do whatever you need to get the system operational. I see nothing but dead mutants. Did we get lucky with this strain? We follow through with the Enclave's master plan, and this time there's nothing to stand in our way. We release the FEV into the jet stream, and we watch as the world's horrors are eradicated, and we begin a new era with the Enclave at the helm. Because we simply didn't have enough power to keep both the factory and the labs adequately supplied. And we need to ensure everything runs at peak efficiency. Bottlenecks are not acceptable. You're that traitor that we caught leaking information. You should be thankful you're avoiding execution. But now, you've certainly been cleaning house, Doctor. What the? It is. It won't be long before we can deploy the FEV at scale. You need to appreciate the fruits of your labor. Do it. That's an order. Let's go, people! Damn it! I've been looking forward to this. Welcome, Senator. What have you got here, Doctor? Indeed. Once again, we find ourselves indebted to you. It must have been frustrating being that close. Regardless of mutation? Not exactly what we're looking for, but a potent biological weapon regardless. Fine work, Major, fine work. Simply incredible, don't you think? Not having to ration our power anymore will be a relief to all of us. I appreciate the optimism, but until we have purged our home of mutations, we haven't. Time to end this. More importantly, they were a threat to us. You were instrumental in this victory. Eliminating the Brotherhood of Steel leadership in the region is no small feat. They'll be scattered and low on supplies. We'll be able to destroy any remnants we come across with ease. Now we turn the tables on the Brotherhood of Steel. Side Gamma has confirmed missile launch. ETA is imminent. Now we will fill the power vacuum with our own troops. We fortify our outposts, and we increase our patrols in the Commonwealth. The Brotherhood is no longer a threat to the Enclave. Now we may finally proceed with our designs with no more interruptions. Impact! Major, we have no time for pleasantries. We have a situation. Stop wasting time, Major. Talk to Captain Peterson. We've learned the Brotherhood of Steel have occupied Side Gamma, a missile test site north of here. They're making preparations to target the oil rig. They are successful. We are finished. Well, out with it then. They will rue the day they interfered in Enclave business. When you're done here, we can take the Vertibird to watch the show. Well said. Excuse me, the Institute? What's their motive? We'll talk back at base. For now, I want to take in the view. Fine. I'll depart shortly. Keep them there. All the while, we continue to build the FEV dispersion mechanism without interruptions. No, we do not. You have precisely 1 minute to vacate the area before I order my troops to open fire on you. I am the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and I am certain the Senator will agree with my decision. It seems quite clear-cut to me. Yes. If we were to kill all Institute personnel, I think it would be too big a drain on our resources to keep their facility running. And it goes without saying that it cannot be left for others to occupy. The only reason he's reaching out now is because we've made our mind very clear. The Institute is scared. There is little doubt in my mind that this is simply a trick so that they may weaken us from within. I do not trust them, and our scientists can make do without Institute technology. Cut the crap. I should have you gunned down right here and now for the abominations you've created. Who are you, and what do you want? No matter. We will deal with the Institute after we've released the FEV. Fine. 3 days, Doctor. You better not make me regret this. I'm not convinced by Dr. Armstrong's offer, nor of his trustworthiness. My decision stands. We will destroy the Institute, and we'll do so as a matter of urgency. Dr. Armstrong. Pay attention, Major. I don't like this. We're going to throw everything we have at them. Captain Peterson is familiar with Side Gamma. He'll spearhead the operation. Talk to him at once. Did you not hear what I said? We don't have time. Our technicians will lock in the Brotherhood airship as the missile's target, and we will wipe them from the face of the Commonwealth. What is it? Understood. We've shown the people of the Commonwealth what it means to stand against us. We can start to enforce our rule. Once the Pride wind goes down, everything changes. Our momentum will be unstoppable. Major, come with me, in case there's any funny business. We can rendezvous at the oil rig. I'd like to savor the moment. I'll see you at the oil rig, Major. Fine job, Major. Damn fine job. Finished here, Major? You ought to be proud, Major. Then we are in agreement. Exactly. I'm certain they'd try something funny. You're quick to turn on your colleagues. If Armstrong does keep his word, I suppose the Institute's resources could be helpful to us. I am unconvinced that it's worth the risk, Major. Yes, they likely are the last credible threat to us in the Commonwealth. It is. I think I've made up my mind. And even if he would, he has shown how worthless his loyalty really is. He'd turn on us in an instant if it would benefit him. What do you need 3 days for? Aside from our forces skirmishing with each other every day? That they are able to create exact copies of people is far too dangerous. They must be stopped. We are down on troops after the assault on Side Gamma. While we don't have in numbers, we have in weapons and armor. Their so-called synths do not stand a chance against our soldiers. Give me a moment. Dismissed. No more delaying. We eradicate the Institute ASAP. I'm calling an emergency meeting on the oil rig to discuss the operation. Meet me there. Despite my better judgment, Doctor, I will go along with this scheme of yours. The Major will be at your disposal for this operation. Well, you're fortunate I'm even entertaining this meeting. What do you want? Go on. That snake! We're under attack! Defensive positions! Meet me here in 3 days and we'll put the plan in action. Dismissed. Looking at the facts, I suppose it would be foolish not to pursue this opportunity. Let's head back outside and let Armstrong know. I suppose I could give it a little more thought. Yes, as can one bad idea. Major, come with me. Let's see what this is all about. Let's talk inside. Let's return to Dr. Armstrong. What a waste of my time. We'll see if Dr. Armstrong comes through for us. That does it! Dr. Armstrong pulled through. Major, talk to him for your orders. This is a serious matter, Major. You'd do well to remember that. I'll arrange a meeting on the oil rig to discuss our plan of attack. I expect to see you there. Dismissed. In any case, we can return to the original plan, eradicating the Institute. I'll be in contact when I have an update for you. Dismissed. Now we wait on Dr. Armstrong. I need your mission report now, Major. You had better keep your word, Doctor, or I will see to it that the Institute is reduced to ashes. Good luck, Major. With you blowing your cover, yes. All of the Institute will know we're attempting to sabotage them, and it's only a matter of time before they strike us with everything they have. You are not dismissed, Major. Get back here. I mean exactly that, Major. We blow them in their labs sky high. We don't have the resources to run their facility without them, and frankly, I don't think we need them anyway. I'm very disappointed in you, Major. Major, talk to Dr. Armstrong. I can't help but notice that you weren't teleported back here. Are you going to pay attention this time? You're back. Was the mission a success? I must admit I have my doubts. Major, well done. What happened, Major? Were you compromised? Major, take some of these noisemakers. I imagine you may need to create some distractions. Take a seat over here, Major. Major, report to the war room immediately. Godspeed, Major. Once the synths have been eliminated, you will join the rest of the squad on the ground, at which point we'll deploy a demolition team via Vertibird to breach the Institute. We need to get those jammers back online ASAP. Myers, get over here. I'm not sure we have the ordnance to do that. That's all? Fine. Major, those are your orders. Get the 3 jammers topside running and we can mop up the stragglers. You'll fly west, directly towards the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. While our HQ is crawling with their forces? Are you serious? We'll reconvene tomorrow at first light to discuss the plan of attack. Dismissed. Prepare those charges, Myers. The charge will detonate once you're outside, and we will finally be the undisputed power in the Commonwealth. As you all know, we have been in conflict with the Institute ever since our incursion into mass fusion. What do we need to do to restart the jammers? Once inside, you must find their reactor, place an explosive charge, and evacuate. For the most part, we have only had to endure small skirmishes, but due to recent developments, I'm expecting that to change very shortly. You convinced me to go along with Dr. Armstrong's plan, and then you kill him? Is this all some kind of joke to you? I do not take kindly to having my time wasted. Maybe I need to reconsider your position in the Enclave. When the Institute spots our vertibirds, expect them to bring a significant number of synths to the surface. Now it is imperative we strike the Institute ASAP. We know they are beneath the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology, but we have no way in. Anyone have any suggestions? Major! Help us kill these fucking synths! Major, what the hell was that? I need you and Peterson to join a squad of soldiers in departing from here via Vertibird. Well. They infiltrated us and disabled the teleporter jammers on the oil rig. Now we have synths teleporting in all over the base. We had hoped the Institute would be unable to teleport this far under the ocean. We were wrong. Come up to the map. After that attack, we don't have as many troops as I'd like, but we don't have the luxury to wait. Damn the Institute! Good work, but we do not have time for pleasantries. Get this done, Major. The Institute will fall. Get rid of the synths, Major. The synths are out there. What are you still doing here? Get out there. Ha! Funny. Do it, Major.
We're the remnants of America's government and military. Assuming others have followed protocol, there's more of us out there. If we can regroup, we can work together to restore the country. We don't have time for this right now. I need to get to my terminal and find out what's going on. It's just down the hall. Come back if you change your mind. You'll regret not helping us. Good. Captain Peterson here will assist you. Get to the facility and try to reroute its connection to the vault. We'll do the rest here. You haven't been dismissed yet. The war room is over there. Let's go. Vault-Tec happened. We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to know what happened here. Who are you, soldier? God, how could this happen? And these creatures, how many are there? How do we get rid of them? Those are your orders, Colonel. Take our friend with you and get those reactors online. Captain Peterson and I will show up here. Dismissed. First, we proceed with Colonel Whitehill's plan. It's the best lead we have. After that, we rebuild. With these ghouls gone, we're safe here. I will extend to you a rare courtesy. Normally, we'd kill traitors. For you, though, incapacitate him. I will extend to you a rare courtesy. Normally, we'd kill traitors. For you, though, incapacitate her. We are the Enclave, the last bastion of our beloved America. It is our duty to undo the damage caused by the Great War, and I will ensure we succeed. From what I have seen here today, we have a lot of work to do. I extend to you an invitation to join us in this work. I see. Do we have the necessary equipment to restore communications? Granted, Colonel. I realize that I have not been forthcoming with you about who we are exactly. You've helped us get this far, so it's about time I tell you. Excellent. That will be our immediate objective. Lieutenant Fitzpatrick will take our friend here to the USNS Harper and attempt to recover it. Meanwhile, Colonel, I believe a full debrief is in order. I'm pleased you think so. You are proving to be valuable to us. Find Lieutenant Fitzpatrick at the Vertibird when you're ready to head for the ship. At least one thing has gone to plan. Good work, you two. As I was saying, the Enclave came to be long before the bombs dropped. The nation's brightest minds, our best fighters, our devoted politicians, all as one. From the shadows, we worked tirelessly for the good of our country. We made sure that no matter the threat, inside or out, we were ready. We were the true patriots. Now we are the continuation of the United States of America, and we are duty-bound to rebuild it. It's encouraging that so much seems to have powered on. Maybe most of the damage here is in fact superficial. What we need now, most of all, is manpower. Damn. Your timing is impeccable, Captain. Watch. You're no match for the Enclave. You're pathetic. No prisoners. You will die here. Kill them all. Get out. Now. For the Enclave! I haven't got time to talk right now. I have a lot to do right now. Open fire on those targets. Weapons hot. Targets locked. Engage! Not now. I need to check my terminal.
I was speaking to High Command earlier, and the topic of your contributions to the Enclave came up. I put forward a proposal, and they agreed. So it is my pleasure to promote you to the rank of Colonel. I can't think of someone more qualified to fill the void left by that traitor Whitehill. Assault the checkpoint! The tunnel's open. Move out. We need to get to the HQ. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area, Lieutenant. What are these things? Kill them all! More of them! Open fire! How many of them are there? Attack! I have much to discuss with Colonel Whitehill. In the meantime, I need you to bring the USNS Harper back. You need to retrieve the hypersonic vaporizer from Hallucigen ASAP, Major.
Things couldn't be better. We've defeated our enemies, the FEV is complete, all down to you. With that traitorous colonel dealt with, things are looking better than ever. No more distractions to contend with. Now that we have a full contingent of troops, I'm confident that the worst is behind us. We are well poised to begin our operations in Massachusetts. Frankly, I'm disappointed in my predecessors. Incompetence and gross negligence appears to have run rampant. However, I intend to see the Enclave's mission through, no matter the setbacks. We'll talk at the hangar.
Kill them all!
I expect you to join me in the oil rig for the interrogation.
Let's go see what Dr. Kane has in store for us. You need to get to the Army depot immediately. There's no time to waste, Major. You need to get to Mass Fusion now.
With the FEV being released, it's simply a matter of time before America is wiped clean of hostiles, and we can rightfully take back what is ours. Until then, we will gather our strength. And that said, we will tighten our grip on the Commonwealth now there are no more credible threats to us there. We support Dr. King's research into the FEV as much as possible. Her work is the key to regaining control of the United States. Our long-term goal is to establish control over the United States, as is our right. Unfortunately, we are a long way off that. Right now, we need to muster whatever troops we may have and repair this facility.
I'll see you at the police station. Get rid of these synths!
Walk with us. Help Myers get the factory running, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, I thought I was clear. You are to assist Dr. Kane with whatever she needs. Dismissed. I need you and Captain Peterson to get that connection from the satellite array up and running. If Dr. Armstrong is to be believed, he'll be back here in 3 days. You're rising through our ranks quickly, Captain. You should be proud of your achievements. You made a wise choice joining us, Lieutenant. It's good to have you. I appreciate your help thus far. Hopefully we'll be on our way to command within the next 24 hours.
I have some matters to discuss with Dr. Armstrong. We'll talk on the oil rig.
This is the conference hall. There should be a way out on the other side. Stay alert! These creatures could come at us from anywhere. We need to get into the military operations building. We should be able to use the gantries up top to get in. We'll speak in the war room. Talk to Colonel Whitehill about her plan at once. Stop wasting time. You and Colonel Whitehill need to get the oil rig's defenses online. Move! What the hell are these things? We need to find a way inside, now!
I'm hereby ordering all troops to fire on sight at railroad agents. Without a command structure, they're scattered, but still a nuisance. I'll dispatch a garrison of troops to the railroad headquarters to ensure all stragglers are eliminated. In any case, good work getting to the bottom of those missing weapons. Dismissed. That they've been getting so careless as to try and steal from us? That tells me all I need to know. They're desperate. The perfect time for us to strike. We should move quickly before they get the chance to strike again.
Yes. That's right.
I expected better conduct from you. Good. One less nuisance to concern ourselves with. We'll maintain a garrison at their headquarters. That should send a suitable message. Dismissed. You've just seen for yourself. Their numbers may be small, but they're well-versed in guerrilla warfare, and it's not something to be underestimated. I've had to face forces like these before during the Gobi campaign. I assure you, left unchecked, the damage they can do will increase exponentially. While you've already eliminated the railroad headquarters, we've identified a safe house at Ticonderoga. I'm dispatching an assault squad there. I want you to join the squad and eliminate the remaining railroad forces within. Now I'm dispatching an assault squad to the Old North Church. I want you to join them in eliminating the railroad leadership there. Move out, and report back once the railroad have been eliminated. What's this I hear about the railroad? Now I'm dispatching 2 assault squads, one to the Old North Church and another to a recently discovered railroad safe house at Ticonderoga. I want you to join the squad at the church. Once you engage the railroad forces, the team at Ticonderoga will launch a simultaneous attack. It is, so let's get to it. She had attempted to commit treason, a crime I'm sure you all understand cannot be tolerated, nor forgiven. On grounds of national security, I am unable to share specifics, but I assure you, each and every one of you, we are close to reclaiming what is ours. As we continue our work to restore our beautiful America, we have brought the Institute into our fold. It has come to our attention that there was a traitor amongst our ranks, one Colonel Whitehill. Loyal Americans, I have some grave news for you. People of the Commonwealth, I have some news to share with you all. As of today, we have enacted our master plan to free you all from the shackles of radiation. This is only one step in our goal of retaking our country. Trust in us. We are fighting for you. Citizens of the Commonwealth, I am pleased to inform you that from today you'll encounter more of our troops out on patrol. Let this be a reminder to all who would stand in the way of our noble goal. We will rebuild America, and we will not tolerate interference. My fellow Americans, I have something I've waited a very long time to say. Gone is your fear of being taken in the night, only to be replaced by those monstrous synths. As such, we have put a stop to their operations, permanently. There is no place for traitors in our America. People of the Commonwealth, I am delighted to inform you that we have liberated you from the tyranny of the Brotherhood of Steel. Their orders are, as they have always been, to keep you safe from the horrors of the wasteland. Those traitors spat on the memory of our beautiful country, and as such have met an appropriate end, burning aboard their airship. I can confirm that yes, the Institute has been destroyed by our brave forces. Unless you follow their precise instructions, we cannot guarantee your safety. Thank you for your cooperation. The so-called railroad took it upon themselves to attack us in a vain attempt to sequester our supplies. I have some news you may find surprising, but necessary to hear. She has been summarily executed, as all traitors to our great nation are. We allow nothing to stand in the way of our efforts, I promise you that. She has gone into hiding, so I appeal to each and every one of you, if you have any information on her, report it to one of our friendly patrols. I promise you will be greatly rewarded. Citizens, I have some news that I'm certain you'll be excited to hear. With our combined resources, I'm confident that we will be able to accelerate our goals.
I understand I'm asking for your blind faith. I assure you it's because we are what's best for this country. If you help us, you'll come to see that. For now, we just need to get to command. Keep helping us, and we'll gladly tell you more. You don't know us, but we're America's best hope right now. You've got experience out there, and we'll need your help. In the interests of national security, I cannot tell you. But surely you understand the merits of serving your country. You can join us in rebuilding it, or you can turn your back on it as a traitor. Just know that you're either with us, or you're against us. I will leave you two to it. Lieutenant, Dr. King's work is vital to our cause. Help her with whatever she requires. That's enough. Perhaps we should use the serum. I need access to my safe upstairs, but the combination's been changed, and we can't risk damaging the contents with an explosive. It's a long shot, but I need you to try and find a way to open that safe. Let's move out.
What choice did I have, truly? Put them in one of Vault-Tec's labs? They weren't Enclave. I couldn't get them into 111.
Even if I could have, you saw how Vault-Tec screwed that up. They'd be dead along with everyone else in that facility. I bitterly regret I couldn't be there with them in those final moments. But I'd have died knowing I had forsaken our country, and I couldn't do that. Don't you dare talk to me like that, Lieutenant. Know your place. What is this trickery? You're not Vanessa. It can't be. You have access to the Institute. Keep looking. Look, that's my daughter. Or at least she damn well looks like her. Except it isn't her. I couldn't save her, you see. She wasn't military. She wasn't assigned to any vaults. God knows I tried. Lieutenant, I wasn't expecting to see you here, but I could use your help. Found anything? Make the prisoner talk, Lieutenant. The prisoner could have had valuable information. That was enlightening. Do you know much about the Institute, Lieutenant? As I was saying... Speak, damn it! Soldier, incapacitate him and bring him back to base. We can make use of him. Soldier, incapacitate her and bring her back to base. We can Make use of her.
What? Defensive positions.
I want you to head to the armory and talk to our new quartermaster. She will issue you some of our newly manufactured equipment. We'll talk more later. Dismissed, Captain.
What about Vanessa? Where does she fit into all this?
You're with the Institute. Interesting. Well, we may yet have use for a double agent.
Trees. Grass. Look at that. Before we proceed any further, due to your exemplary service thus far, I am promoting you to captain.
Get that safe open, Lieutenant. I'm counting on you.
She looks and sounds like her, but it can't possibly be her.
Maybe you were right, Lieutenant. Maybe I shouldn't have left my family behind. Look, we need to get back to the task at hand. You and the squad need to neutralize the remaining hostiles. Move out. Our immediate priority is to clear out the HQ building. Let's move out. It wasn't that simple. I see. Interesting.
I think she slipped away. That looked just like her, but how? I don't understand.
This changes things. I will consider our next move shortly. Yes, you mentioned that earlier. That was the Institute. Perhaps, like Vanessa, they needed his DNA. For what, I'm not sure. You have my sympathies. Kidnappings are a staple of the Institute. Maybe this relates to what they've done with Vanessa.
Lieutenant, rendezvous with us back at the oil rig. This will be illuminating.
As you might imagine, I haven't had any encounters with them. All I know is what Colonel Whitehill told me. There's some form of continuation of the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. We don't know where they are, then that building has long been abandoned. What we do know is their tech far surpasses anyone else's in the region, and they have a habit of meddling in other people's affairs. They are a threat. It's hard to say. What do you know about the Institute? It's hard to say. I'll need to keep an eye on the situation. That is none of your concern.
That is enough, Colonel. You are completely out of line.
We'll talk back at base.
The honor's yours, Major. Release the FEV. Come to the labs with me, Major. There's one last task I have for you. We have endured, we have persevered, and our work has continued. Now the Brotherhood of Steel is in disarray, their little elder and his airship reduced to nothing but ash.
That said, some of the others may require your assistance with various tasks.
I see the relay worked. I'd say that went rather well. Come with me to the labs, Major. Go on, Major. Release the FEV. It's done. And the Institute, an organization feared by so many, is firmly under our thumb.
As I said, I have nothing more for you. I imagine some of the others may have tasks you could help with. I agree. I'm thankful our paths crossed, Major.
That is, until the Brotherhood of Steel arrived. Right now, Institute scientists are turning over all their research to Dr. Kane and her team. They'll then reevaluate their projects, drop ones that are of no use to us, and then work as an extension to our own research division. 200 years ago, our world was left forever changed. Only one hope remained. Us. Our operations in the Commonwealth will continue as they have been, but I have no further orders for you, Major. You've done everything that's needed. Take a look around if you so wish. I've instructed Dr. Armstrong to prepare a room for you here. I need to conclude my discussions with him. Let's talk on the oil rig. Synths should no longer be hostile to you or any Enclave personnel. For now, the synth program will continue as usual, but I have ordered a review into it. We've moved swiftly. I've deployed a squad of troops here to keep an eye on things. We put you into this position, Armstrong. Don't think for a minute that we can't take it away from you. And not even the Institute, an organization feared by so many, could stand against our power. Nuclear hellfire swept across the land, taking with it our homes, our friends, our families. From a safety control station enclave, the greatest minds toiled away at a solution to the ailment our beautiful country suffered.
Indeed it is. I don't think personal information is relevant to our operation. All right. Yes? Is this important? Soldier? Lieutenant? Captain? Major? Colonel?
What was that? Something's here. Just heard something. Intruder! Found you. We've got an intruder. Ceasefire. Threat eliminated. Target neutralized. Found them. They're here. Target reacquired. Open fire. Guess it was nothing. False alarm. Stand down. Seems clear now. Lost them. No visual. Stay frosty. Damn it, fall back. Need to regroup. I'm hit. Where's my cover? Under fire. Damn, I'm hit. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Margaret. I'm a-coming. Give me a sitrep on the Boston City Center expedition. What's the situation at Concord? What's the status of Quincy? Bunker Hill, what's its status? Give me an update on Diamond City.
I am nothing more than a proud American doing all he can to bring back our great country after everything I've sacrificed. I can't stop now.
Well, I have no present orders for you, Lieutenant. You may return to Boston. I'll be in contact when the situation changes.
I almost forgot. The technicians have repaired the last of the executive bedrooms. It's yours. I trust you'll find it has everything you need. Now, let's go speak to the senator.
And with the vertibirds here, you should know you are authorized to use them. Speak to Lieutenant Fitzpatrick to make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, is that so? All things considered, this facility is in better shape than expected. Lieutenant Fitzpatrick is performing some pre-flight checks. He says it'll be ready tomorrow. Come back then, and if you need some time to rest, you may use the barracks in this facility. Dismissed. Good. Scout the hangar and return here with your findings. Rendezvous with us as soon as you can. There's more work to be done. I'm not interested in sharing personal information with you. What I'll say is that I am a general of the United States Army. I've served with distinction in various theaters of war, and I was due to take on the Gobi military campaign before the bombs dropped. I do hope you're not wasting our time. General Russell Ward of the United States Army. Now, you're trespassing on a military installation, so I insist you answer my question. This is a restricted area, and that's all you need to know until you tell me who you are. Wait. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here? Not so fast. You're not going anywhere until I know what's going on here. What, from the civilian wing? Interesting.
There it is. Command. Fitzpatrick, can you hail them? Remember, when we land, Fitzpatrick stays with Dr. Kane. The rest of us will investigate command. Upon arrival, you are to assist Captain Peterson and myself in investigating the facility.
You've proven yourself useful so far. Continue to do so, and we'll ensure you are appropriately rewarded. Nothing since the bombs dropped. The lines must have been destroyed. Everyone remember their orders prior to entering the pods. Good. Now maybe our fellow Vault Dweller can help us. Fill them in, Lieutenant. It's been over 200 years, my God! Out with it. Who are you? Well, are you with us? Have you reconsidered? Where are you going? We need your assistance here. Done. Let's move out and secure the facility. This terminal uses a biometric lock. Just a moment. Lieutenant, we could use your help. Where do you think you're going? Hold position. Good. Everyone's here. We want to know who the prisoner is and who they work for, and what their orders were. After that, terminate them. Let's not be too hasty. They possess helpful information. Beat the information out of them, Lieutenant. That's an order. Go to hell! Where is she? But I suppose they were always going to die anyway. It looks like we're dealing with some sort of covert institute operation. And I suppose they created Vanessa in the hopes they could get through any military biometrics locks. That's sick and twisted. I suppose this prisoner is another one of those synths I've heard so much about lately. It will be. So much has happened so quickly, I understand. What do you want to know? You don't need to worry about that, Captain. Leave it with me. A few reasons. It is no secret that the Enclave are weakened. In recent history, we have suffered the loss of numerous bases and facilities. The loss of our headquarters, the majority of our leadership, and large quantities of personnel has forced the Enclave to be cautious. The Atlantic oil rig, which until recently High Command thought was destroyed, offers numerous opportunities. Secluded, equipped with production, medical, and research facilities, all while being close enough to land to launch operations from. Senator Matthews' lobbying made them realize the true worth of the oil rig, an opportunity for the Enclave to begin anew. That's not an option. I want to make something clear. I know you're risking your life. I and the rest of the Enclave are grateful. We all wish for your safe return. Before you go, I have one last thing. A personal favor. Find Vanessa and put her down. I can't stand the thought of that abomination. There is no sense in me looking at them. I wouldn't understand a word on there. How could you be so careless? You need to get them back immediately. I knew we could count on you, Captain. Get back here. You are not to use that teleporter until you've been briefed. If they're able to create these synths that are indistinguishable from humans, they pose an unparalleled threat to us and our plans. Are you ready to put the signal interceptor to the test? That's your priority now, Myers. See it done. Remember what the Senator said, Captain. Getting into the Institute is our highest priority. Captain, we need those plans of yours. It's time to infiltrate the Institute. I must admit, talking to both Senator Matthews and Colonel Whitehill, the subject of the Institute is something we need to address, and soon. But the truth is, I just can't commit any resources to this right now. However long is necessary to rebuild our base of operations. Is that so? Interesting. It is in our interests as much as it is in yours.
One last thing. Track down that Vanessa and get rid of her. Her existence spits on the memory of my daughter. I also have orders for you to carry out within the Institute. I'm left questioning your loyalty. I'm giving you a chance to prove me wrong. You'll need to get creative here. Myers needs more power out of the reactors, and we're hoping the Institute might have some helpful information. Look around whatever their engineering or generator areas may be, and to keep your eyes open for any terminals or schematics that may be of use.
Any questions?
Right now, all I'm looking for is a clear picture of who leads what. If you can, simply talk to personnel that appear to be in charge. Then return that information to me. If any suspicions are raised, then the mission will be a failure. Try to keep things from escalating. Let's be frank. The Institute are going to know you're there the moment you arrive. I see one of two possibilities. Either they will attempt to apprehend you immediately, or they will entertain your presence, to a point. We're hoping for the latter. Those exposed to any meaningful radiation will die thanks to the FEV. Those that survive will be presented with a simple choice: to join us in our new world with us as their masters, or to perish. We'll see to it that the mistakes of the past will never be repeated again. And now we finally have the tools to deliver that future. Now our FEV will saturate the earth, and it is all thanks to you. Thank you, Colonel. Dismissed. Well said. You should be proud of your accomplishments. Before I forget, you should report to Lieutenant Fitzpatrick. He's also arranged your reward for you. That is the question, isn't it? God bless America, and God bless the Enclave. An era where mutants cease to be, an era where our America returns to us, an era of the Enclave. Is it ready, Doctor? However, they were not prepared for the resilience of the Enclave. We can return to the oil rig when you're ready. You were instrumental in this victory. I hope you realize that. I believe the troops will want a speech to commemorate our victory. And with the Institute eliminated, we truly stand unopposed. I'm assuming you got that holotape from within the Institute. Do you still have access? And even the Institute, an organization feared by so many, is now nothing more than a crater. The remnant threat has been eliminated, and we are now in possession of a ballistic missile should we ever need it. Dismissed. We'll speak later. Lieutenant, equip yourself and establish a perimeter at the vault's entrance. Wise choice. I see. In that case, you are trespassing on government property. You are an enemy to us, an enemy to the people, an enemy to your country. You will regret this day. Leave and never return. Well,
Where do you think you're going? You have not been dismissed. Get back here. I believe we were talking. I sincerely hope you're not wasting my time. Excuse me? What is this? Good work. We'll head for the hangar now and plan our next move from there. Would you like to travel with us? There's been no responses from command, and without them we're in the dark as far as the bigger picture goes. We are, however, aware of the location of an old military hangar. The probability of a vertibird within is high. If it's operational, we'll be able to use it to get to command. While Captain Peterson debriefs us, I need you to investigate. I see. Perhaps I misjudged how helpful you'd be. I do hope you change your mind soon, for your own good. Get to the vertibird facility, scout the area, and confirm whether there is still a vertibird within. My terminal's lit up, so whatever you did, it worked. It's not all good news, though. So, have you been to the hangar yet? Was the vertibird there? You're here. Good. What do you need to know? Time is of the essence. We can't afford to wait. Good. Captain Peterson and I will be equipping some suits of the T-51 power armor we found stored here as a precaution. Time to go. What a mess! Our attempts to make contact with the base have been futile, so we have to assume the worst. We also can't afford to abandon it. We're under-equipped and sitting ducks out here. Our only option is taking the vertibird and assessing the situation at base. Get in the gunner's position. We've got to be ready for anything. With the vertibird airworthy, we're ready to proceed with the next part of our plan, reaching command. Are you ready to go yet? Lieutenant, before we land, I want you to circle the oil rig. Let's get eyes on the situation. Again! What the hell is this? Fitzpatrick, stay here and keep the doctor safe. Everyone else, we need to find a way inside. Let's move! Understood. Let's move out. What? General Russell Ward, United States Army. Just what the hell is going on here? We won't concern ourselves with that for now. Our present orders are to restore our industrial capacity. Can we do it?
Attention all Enclave personnel in the Commonwealth. Return to command for further orders.
The resources on the Harper should suffice for now. Start the facility. Incredible. Lieutenant, come with us. We're here to secure the state's army depot, but it looks like a paramilitary force arrived before us. I don't know who they are or how they got access, but the facility is rightfully ours. We're about to launch an attack, and you're joining us. The squad's with you, Lieutenant. Assault the checkpoint and await further orders. We don't know. This is our first encounter with them. One of the troops is keeping an eye on them at the checkpoint. They seem better equipped than the usual wasteland denizens, but we still outgun them. Significantly. Our window of opportunity here is slim. Be quick. Ready to help assault the depot? First, we assault the nearby checkpoint. We'll then make our way through the tunnel to the depot. We'll then dispatch any hostiles we encounter and clear a path towards Regimental HQ. We'll plan our next move there. We're going to be securing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Army Depot. It served as a central supply depot for most Army installations in the region, as well as housing a moderate garrison to operate the SATCOM array. It's been locked down since the bombs dropped. I'm sure you appreciate the strategic value of this installation. I found an access keycard on the oil rig. Unfortunately, it looks like the others have found keycards too. We have some answers, at least. These mercenaries raided my house and recovered access codes to various installations in the state. Where Vanessa fits into all of this, I don't know. In any case, we should return to the oil rig. There are preparations to be made. Senator Matthews is on his way. Well, considering what just transpired, don't you think having access to the Institute is something we should know about? Answer the question, Lieutenant. It's about having to bury Margaret after the bombs. I should have been there. Damn it, it's been cleared out. They got my key card, and that explains how they gained access to the Army depot. They left this behind, though. It looks like my daughter left a note. Someone's been in here before. Vanessa, I'd imagine. Why don't you try and get the prisoner to talk, Lieutenant? It is high time we learn more about them. We can't afford to have a large unknown like them interfering with us. I'll talk to the senator about it. I never stopped to consider a life without my family. Coming here now, it's It's difficult. I need to see through our mission. I must save America, or I'll have abandoned my family for nothing. I'm sorry, Margaret. I miss you. So this was the Institute's doing. No. She must have used a stealth boy and slipped away in the fight. Anything? I sympathize. Truly I do. But we just don't have the means to help you. Maybe in time we will. Ah, yes, Senator Matthews. We spoke to him using the long-range transmitter a short while back. He is making his way here. World we've found ourselves in, it is a vicious one. We will reclaim it, I assure you. I had to leave behind sensitive information in that safe. I need it back. A sentiment I'm told is shared by many others. I'm sure the Institute have their motives. I just wonder what they are. You opened the safe. Let me look. This was my family home. My wife, my beautiful daughter, and I lived here, and I miss them dearly. Search the house and try to find a way to open that safe. Let us begin. Synths. I read about them in Colonel Whitehill's notes. Could they really be so lifelike? Surely not. Seeing as the senator has just arrived, we're holding a briefing session. You should join us. It would be good for him to meet one of our most promising officers. Everything falls on Dr. Kane. If she hadn't survived the vault, I don't think Senator Matthews would have taken this much interest in us. Yes, we have the ability to provide troops with the best equipment out there, but at the end of the day, we are outnumbered by our enemies. Our only path to truly freeing the United States from the tyranny of radiation and traitors is with the FEV. That sample you recovered was critical. Dr. Kane is one of the greatest chemists of her time. She is working towards improving the FEV, making it able to cull the irradiated. It will level the playing field, so to speak. She's currently occupied with an autopsy. I'm sure she'll join us later. We have a full complement of troops. Dr. Kane is making strides in her research, and Senator Matthews has gotten us High Command's full backing. We have everything we need to mobilize into the Commonwealth, and plans are being drawn up as we speak. No mutants, Brotherhood of Steel, or this Institute will stand in the way of our work. And so our numbers continue to grow. Through the united power of the Enclave, we will reclaim what is rightfully ours. Myers, is there anything you can do about that? You two, clean up this mess and bring the body to Dr. Kane. I'm sure she'll find it useful. An honor, truly. It was always going to happen. They are nothing more than misguided traitors squatting on government property, but they are extremely dangerous. They will be put down like the rabid dogs they are. I will see to it personally. He was just promoted to captain, actually. She was just promoted to captain, actually. Yes, Colonel, you made your point. Right now, your biggest priority is finding a way into the Institute. Colonel Whitehill can provide assistance if you need it. These are your objectives once you infiltrate the Institute. Good luck, Captain. It's our only way forward now. We have an opportunity to learn about our biggest threat in the Commonwealth. We need to do this. Your thoughts on the matter aren't important, Captain. We need those plans, and that's an order. I wouldn't have thought that this would be the time for jokes. None of us do. We have an opportunity to unravel the mystery of our biggest threat in the Commonwealth. Good. You'll need to keep your wits about you. Excellent work, Captain. I knew we could rely on you. There isn't enough space or power to build this device here, but there is a suitable alternative. We have been occupying the Army Depot. There are plenty of supplies and, more importantly, space there. I'll have Myers meet you there. Hand him the plans and get this built. Maybe. Know that if you perish, it was in pursuit of something far greater than all of us. Remember your orders, Captain. Now, I have confidence in Chief Engineer Myers' abilities, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't risky. If luck is on our side, you'll arrive at the Institute, and our mission will begin. Ah, yes, young Sean. Normally, I would tell you to keep focused on the mission, and only the mission. But I understand. Then let's not waste any more time. You are in no position to question me. Right now, the Institute aren't a threat to us because we aren't a threat to them. We do not want to kick the hornet's nest when our forces consist of under-equipped soldiers in a ramshackle base. What I need from you, Lieutenant, is to keep following your orders, and maybe in time we can look into building this device of yours. What I need from you, Captain, is to keep following your orders, and maybe in time we can look into building this device of yours.
Keep your eyes on the prize and return to me with your findings.
I want a list with the names, titles, and occupations of every key person in there. Secondly, I want you to keep your eyes open for anything that might help us with the oil rig's power issues, schematics, leads, and so on. Lastly, do not, under any circumstances, raise the alarm. We do not want to make enemies of them, at least not yet.
Captain, our agents report that you have gained access to the Institute and acquired a holotape filled with valuable data. First, I want you to get that holotape to Myers ASAP. Ah, yes, that abomination. There is indeed a possibility that you will find her, or her current whereabouts. Once you're in the Institute, keep an eye out for any leads. Questions? With the Institute gone, there's nobody in the region that can challenge us. Only insignificant annoyances. We will release the FEV and we will fortify. In the coming years, as the mutated filth dies off, we will emerge a new America. Our own America. Yes, we've won. Unquestionably the Enclave's greatest victory. Their memories will be immortalized in this new world of our making. Each of their deaths was worth it. Yes, let's. Now I believe it's time to return to the oil rig. I imagine the troops will want some sort of speech to celebrate the occasion. I'll see you there. Only you would tell a joke after doing what you just did. I wouldn't miss this for the world. We should be well outside the blast radius. I'm told it will be quite a sight. With the push of that button, you will annihilate the last remaining obstacle in our path. There will be nothing to stand in the Enclave's way. Well done, Major. I hope you appreciate what you've done here, Major. The magnitude of your actions is almost unfathomable. Our work will never be done until all mutation is gone from our shores. It may take years, but the FEV will prevail. Now, Dr. Kane prepared a gift for you. These are prototype FEV grenades. On impact, they'll release a cloud of FEV Kane-9B. It's highly effective against mutants. Quartermaster Barrett will stock some if you need more. We are the undisputed power of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and this is simply the beginning. Of course, I made it plainly clear to Dr. Armstrong that should he or anyone under his supervision cause any trouble, we execute them all. We will release the FEV, perfected by our own Dr. Kane, and with it we usher in the beginning of a new era. I hope you're proud of yourself. Many failed, but you succeeded. It'll take years to fully propagate, so we must be patient. We've come a long way from the vault. And if I'm honest with you, I'm not entirely sure we'd have come this far without you. My focus will now shift to the Enclave military as a whole, working with the Joint Chiefs to reform and recoup its strength. Of course, I'll still coordinate our general operations in the Commonwealth, encampments, populace compliance programs, and more. Mere moments before our finest hour, they destroyed it all. Thousands killed so that they could maintain their power. Our way of life gone in the blink of an eye. All that was left behind was a twisted world filled with lawlessness and vile mutations. Now the Brotherhood headquarters lies in ruin, while we continue to gather our power. Let's move out. It is unfortunate that we cannot get more information on the Institute, but this will have to suffice. Meet me in the conference hall, Major. The Brotherhood of Steel have set up a forward operating base within North Boston Police Department. Brotherhood of Steel remnants have set up a forward operating base within North Boston Police Department. Indeed, although we must stay vigilant. No doubt they still have cells throughout the region. Dismissed. You're dismissed, soldier. Dismissed, soldier. I see. Dismissed. Understood. You're dismissed. Interesting. Senator, I'm in the process of allocating troops to new areas of the Commonwealth. I'd like to run my plans by you. We'll need to arrange a meeting with the Joint Chiefs shortly. They'll need to be briefed on the latest developments. Senator, the President. We'll need more troops here in the near future. I may need your help getting traction on the request. That'd be excellent, thank you. Yes, thank you. Captain, we need to increase the number of patrols in downtown Boston. See to that. Captain Peterson, redeploy some of the garrison from the Vertibird facility to the police station. Make sure the recruits at the Army Depot go through additional endurance training. We'll be keeping them out in the field.
Make sure we divert some of the troops to the outposts, Captain. We're expecting additional resistance there. You've helped us get this far, and I would appreciate your continued assistance. We don't know what the situation at command may be. I would strongly suggest equipping yourself, well, to cover any eventualities. I understand this factory supplied most of our facilities on the East Coast.
The troops on the other Vertibirds will disembark and engage on the ground. You will provide fire support.